Applying for an E-2 unlimited electrical Journeyperson license in Connecticut involves understanding the specific requirements set forth by the state. The E-2 license allows the holder to perform the same electrical work as an E-1 licensee, but only while employed by a contractor licensed for such work. The scope of electrical work includes the installation, erection, maintenance, alteration, or repair of any wire, cable, conduit, busway, raceway, support, insulator, conductor, appliance, apparatus, fixture, or equipment which generates, transforms, transmits, or uses electrical energy for light, heat, power, or other purposes, as defined in Section 20.330 of the Connecticut General Statutes. Firstly, the on-the-job training requirement for the E-2 license is 8,000 hours. This means that the applicant must document and verify having worked a substantial amount of time in the fields, performing electrical work under the supervision of a licensed electrician. These hours must be properly documented and verifiable, as they will be scrutinized during the application process. Secondly, the related instruction requirement is 576 hours. This component ensures that the applicant has received adequate formal education and training in electrical theory, safety practices, and relevant codes. Related instruction typically comes from vocational schools, technical colleges, or apprenticeship programs. The curriculum covers topics such as electrical theory, blueprint reading, the National Electrical Code, and safety regulations. The combination of on-the-job training and related instruction ensures that the electrician possesses both practical skills and theoretical knowledge. Thirdly, to apply for the E-2 license, there are several steps to follow. The initial step involves completing the application form, which is designated as E-1. This form requires detailed information about the applicant's qualifications, work experience, and educational background. It is crucial to fill out the form accurately and completely to avoid delays or rejection. Following the application form, providing proof of on-the-job training and related instruction hours is essential. This proof typically comes in the form of official transcripts from educational institutions and employment records from previous employers. These documents must clearly state the number of hours completed in the specific dates of training and employment. The application process culminates in passing the Connecticut Electrical Code exam. This exam tests the applicant's knowledge of the current edition of the National Electrical Code, as adopted by the state of Connecticut, as well as state-specific electrical regulations. The exam is rigorous and requires thorough preparation. It is highly recommended to study the codebook, take practice exams, and attend review courses to increase the chances of passing. Your current journeyman's licenses in Massachusetts and Rhode Island may not directly qualify you for an E-2 license in Connecticut. However, the on-the-job training and related instruction hours you have accumulated under those licenses can potentially be used to meet the requirements for the E-2 license in Connecticut. To confirm eligibility and the specific requirements for the E-2 license, it is recommended to contact the State of Connecticut Department of Consumer Protection Electrical Work Examiner's Office. They will be able to provide detailed information on the application process and answer any additional questions. Contacting the Department of Consumer Protection ensures that you receive accurate and up-to-date information, as requirements and regulations can change over time. To adequately prepare for the Connecticut Electrical Code exam, several key areas should be focused on. Firstly, grounding and bonding are critical components of electrical safety and are heavily emphasized in the exam. Understanding the principles of grounding, bonding methods, and the proper use of grounding and bonding equipment is essential. This includes knowing the requirements for grounding electrodes, conductor sizing, and equipment grounding. Secondly, wiring methods encompass a broad range of topics related to the installation of electrical conductors and cables. This includes understanding the different types of wiring methods, such as rigid metal conduit, electrical metallic tubing, non-metallic sheathed cable, and armored cable. It also involves knowing the rules for installing these wiring methods in various environments and applications. Thirdly, overcurrent protection is another vital area of focus. Overcurrent protection devices, such as circuit breakers and fuses, are designed to protect electrical circuits from overloads and short circuits. Understanding how these devices work, how to properly size them, and the requirements for their installation is crucial. This includes knowing the rules for conductor protection, motor protection, and transformer protection. Fourthly, calculations are an integral part of electrical work, and the exam includes questions that require calculations related to voltage drop, conductor sizing, and load calculations. Familiarity with Ohm's law, power formulas, and the National Electrical Code's calculation methods is essential. Practicing these calculations with real-world examples will help solidify understanding and improve accuracy. Fifthly, motor control circuits are commonly encountered in industrial and commercial settings, and the exam includes questions related to their design and installation. This includes understanding the different types of motor starters, control devices, and protection methods. It also involves knowing the rules for wiring motor control circuits and ensuring their safe operation. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, is a comprehensive set of standards and guidelines for electrical installations. It is updated every 3 years and is adopted by most states and local jurisdictions. The NEC covers a wide range of topics, including wiring methods, overcurrent protection, grounding, and equipment installation. Staying up to date with the latest edition of the NEC is essential for all electricians. The Connecticut Electrical Code is based on the National Electrical Code, but it may also include state-specific amendments and regulations. It is important to be familiar with both the NEC and the Connecticut Electrical Code to ensure compliance with all applicable requirements. The Connecticut Department of Consumer Protection provides resources and information on the Connecticut Electrical Code, including updates, interpretations, and enforcement guidelines. It is advisable to consult these resources regularly to stay informed of any changes or clarifications. In addition to the National Electrical Code and the Connecticut Electrical Code, there may also be local electrical codes and regulations that apply to specific cities or towns. These local codes may be more restrictive than the state code and may address specific issues or concerns in the local area. It is important to check with the local building department or electrical inspector to determine if there are any local codes that apply to the project. Proper documentation is crucial throughout the application process. Firstly, keep accurate records of all on-the-job training hours. These records should include the dates of work, the types of tasks performed, and the names and license numbers of the supervising electricians. Secondly, maintain copies of all related instruction transcripts and certificates. These documents should clearly show the courses completed, the number of hours earned, and the grades received. Thirdly, retain copies of all application forms, supporting documents, and correspondence with the Department of Consumer Protection. These records will serve as proof of application and can be helpful if any questions or issues arise. To maximize the chances of success, consider the following tips. Firstly, start the application process early. Gathering all the necessary documentation and preparing for the exam can take time, so it is best to start well in advance of the desired licensure date. Secondly, thoroughly review the application requirements and instructions. Make sure to understand all the requirements and follow the instructions carefully to avoid delays or rejection. Thirdly, seek guidance from experienced electricians or instructors. They can provide valuable insights and advice on the application process and exam preparation. Fourthly, take advantage of available resources and training programs. There are many resources available to help electricians prepare for the exam, including study guides, practice exams, and review courses. Additionally, consider enrolling in a training program to enhance knowledge and skills. It is important to obtain the appropriate license level that aligns with qualifications and intended scope of work. Applying for a higher level license without meeting the necessary requirements may result in the application being denied. Assess qualifications honestly and apply for the license level that accurately reflects experience and training. If unsure about the appropriate license level, consult with the Department of Consumer Protection for guidance. Maintain a professional attitude throughout the application process. Treat the Department of Consumer Protection staff with respect and courtesy, and respond to their requests promptly and professionally. This will help ensure a smooth and efficient application process. Consider joining a professional organization for electricians. These organizations offer valuable resources, networking opportunities, and continuing education programs. They can also provide support and advocacy for electricians in the state. Some examples of professional organizations for electricians include the Independent Electrical Contractors, or IC, and the National Electrical Contractors Association, or NECA. The State of Connecticut Department of Consumer Protection Electrical Work Examiner's Office can be reached at 203.717 7282.